Mr. Marwan Fawaz. Mr. Fawaz is the chairman of the board of CSG International and a board member at NRG Energy. He was recently an executive advisor at Google and Alphabet Inc. and chief executive officer at Nest. Additionally, he was the CEO at Motorola Home and has held many other executive leadership and founder roles within the cable and telecommunications industry. He received his MS and BS degrees from electrical engineering at Cal State Long Beach. Let's welcome our incredible alumnus to the podium, Mr. Marwan Fawaz.
Good afternoon, College of Engineering, class of 2025. What an incredible day. Dean Wee, esteemed faculty, dedicated staff, proud families, fellow 49er alumni, and most importantly, graduates. Thank you for allowing me to share this momentous occasion with you. It's truly an honor to be back at the beach, the place where my own journey began. Today's special day to all of you beach graduates, heartfelt congratulations to all of you. For me, it started here too. I arrived as a 16-year-old immigrant from Lebanon, fleeing the civil war by way of Liberia, West Africa. CSULB was the university that welcomed me, accepted me into this very College of Engineering. 43 years ago, like you today, I built my foundation here. I am proudly a double graduate, bachelor's and master's in electrical engineering. For 5 years, the beach was my home away from home. I met the love of my life here at CSULB, my wife, Patsy. Yeah. The class we first met was an intro to computer science course. And 3 amazing children who are all here today. We are still going very strong. Thank you, honey. I recall Patsy and I used to trek over to the business school building to work on our computer lab projects. Somehow the business school had more computers than the engineering school. Still can't figure that one out. In fact, Patsy and I ended up building the first networked MS-DOS machines, for those of you who remember what those are, for the business school. They ended up hiring us to work there and maintain the lab for Professor Thompson. During my studies, I was fascinated by satellite communications. Maybe too fascinated. Sorry, Dr. Das or Dr. Ye. I barely passed semiconductor design and power distribution. My passion was satellites, and I applied to all the big aerospace companies, Hughes, TRW, Rockwell, but I hit a wall. A recruiter told me, "We love your background, but you're not a US citizen and no security clearance." So what did I do? I pivoted. The cable industry was using satellites to launch MTV and HBO. Close enough, I said. My plan was to work there temporarily until I got my clearance. But the opportunities in cable, broadband, and eventually mobile were immense. I spent the next 25 years riding that wave and never looked back. I would like to share with you my 40 years professional journey to help you relate, prepare, and explore your own journey. The foundation that Long Beach State was crucial. Early in my career, I was coding. Yes, coding. Fortran, Pascal, to automate cable network design. And soon after that, designing fiber optic networks. I realized quickly that lifelong learning was my competitive edge over established engineers. That drive led to rapid promotion. Within 5 years, I was managing engineers decades my senior. And frankly, I failed miserably. It was a stark lesson that technical brilliance alone isn't enough. Mastering leadership, communications, empathy, those human skills was just as crucial. The first 10 years of my career were so pivotal for the next two decades. Not only did I need to mature and learn how to manage people, I had to educate myself in how to manage business, budgets, read financial statements. I'd also seek mentors in those areas and took university classes in financial areas and seminars in those fields. The next decade of my career I was able to join the executive rank of the companies that I worked for. I was bold enough to start my own company early 2000, but that failed quickly. I learned how to fundraise for startup, but my timing was bad. It was during the dot-com bubble. I was not ready for that. I rejoined the corporate world of cable and telecom. I was excited to become my dream job, a chief technology officer for one of the largest cable companies in the country 20 years ago. In my cable career, I worked for early pioneers and founders of internet and broadband. In this decade, I was incredibly grateful to work directly for the founders of Google, and prior to that, co-founder of Microsoft, Paul Allen. Working with visionaries like Paul Allen wasn't just about executing tasks. It was about engaging in thought leadership, debating ideas, and absorbing this forward-thinking mindset. He was the most influential mentors of my career. In this decade, I was able to branch out to other sectors, from smart home technologies, enterprise software, consumer services, and energy. Every one of those sectors, I had to go back and rely on my engineering foundations to ramp up my knowledge and feel confident that I can be conversant and effective in those roles. I was fortunate enough to become the CEO of a couple of different companies, Motorola Home and Nest. My approach to those roles has always been to stay curious, never pretended that I knew all, but always surrounded myself with capable leaders and letting them flourish. I found success is always driven with humble leadership, transparencies, and measured risks. My career rode the wave of telecom, internet, and mobile revolutions, disruptions that reshaped our world. Your journey launches into equally, perhaps even more disruptive era. The foundation you built here, I've prepared you for it, and I genuinely cannot be more excited for you. You're about to embark on one of the most consequential and disruptive technology decades of our time. To mention a few areas, the following growth sectors will explode in your career timelines. Of course, AI, neural networks and computational power, quantum computing, robotics, like autonomous mobility, humanoid robots, machine with inference capabilities, multiomics technology, from precision therapies to programmable biology to molecular level intervention. Distributed energy generations in areas of small modular reactors, SMRs and nuclear generations, digital transformation, and finally sustainable engineering, the ability to design and problem solve with existing and new materials. These aren't just trends. They're arenas where you, beach engineers, will design, build, and lead. So how do you navigate this incredible and complex future? 1, find your purpose. Ask yourself why certain areas matter to you. What impact do you want to make? Balance every decision with ethical responsibility and utmost integrity. Don't fear failure. Learn from it. You will face setbacks. Silicon Valley calls it failing fast. Learn quickly and adapt. Remember, engineering is iterative. Embrace lifelong learning. Your degree is the launch pad, not the destination. Technology accelerates relentlessly. Stay curious, keep learning, and stay informed. 4, your human skills. Cultivate your human skills. Technical knowledge is powerful, but collaborations, communications, leadership, and empathy are the multipliers. 5, and finally 5, build and nurture your professional network. Go beyond just a LinkedIn profile. Build genuine connections with colleagues and mentors. Reach out beyond engineering. I stand here incredibly proud, a fellow beach engineer, This outstanding university produces not only some of the best and most engineers in California, but also proudly one of the most diverse groups of engineers in the nation. That diversity is strength. Embrace it, leverage it, and be proud of it. My final message to you, today is the beginning of your next chapter. Seize the moment. You are equipped, capable, and ready to tackle the world ahead of you. Make an impact and be proud of your accomplishment, no matter how small or big. Look around. Thank you, classmate who shared this journey. Thank you, professor, and the dedicated staff. And most importantly, turn to your loved ones, parents, grandparents, family, friends. Yes, let's hear it for all the parents and the grandparents. Who supported you every step of the way. They are bursting with pride today, and rightfully so. Go forth, beach engineers, build a better future. Congratulations to all. Thank you.
And now, we would like